Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. So today we're doing my September plan with me. It's going to be a little different and I'll explain why. But first off, you're seeing my yearly journal here, and I needed to update it because I realized I did not have swatches of all my dot pens when I was looking for one for this setup, because I thought I had it, but I couldn't remember. So yeah, we're gonna put that in and then we'll get on to the plan. These are the Shuttle Art dot pens. I know there's a brand that everyone seems to prefer. I did not want to spend all the money on them because I didn't know if I was really gonna use them, and I'm not too picky when it comes to my markers. So I went with these and I absolutely love them. They have all the colors I need. A couple of the colors are too dark to do check boxes like I like with them, but they work just fine for me and I use them all the time. I was looking for a brown, which I figured this set come with, but I couldn't find it in my box of markers, so I had to go digging for like 4 or 5 bullet journals back to try to find if I had a brown, and come to find out I did. And so I ended up having to dig through the marker box to find it. And so I wanted a swatch page somewhere where I knew exactly where it was every time I went looking for it. This next pink here, I didn't even know I had, and I absolutely fell in love as soon as I swatched it. I actually end up pulling it here in a minute. You'll see me pull out my markers from this pink pouch up here in the right top left hand corner. That's where all my color coding markers are, and I'm actually trading the pink that's for my color code for this one because I prefer it that much. I didn't even know I had it, so I definitely need these swatches. I'm gonna let y'all watch me swatch this and then we'll get into the planning portion. Okay, so I stopped and made myself a little bit of breakfast here, which I'm moving, and now we're going on to my book journal. You won't see me set up my bullet journal because your girl's bullet journal fell apart. So the old one that I had been using, I've been using it for like 6 months. I absolutely love it, but I do not recommend it because after the 6 months of me carrying it everywhere with me, it literally was falling apart. Pages were falling out, so it was time for something new. I was going to try to make it work through September and then put the last quarter in my new journal, but it just was not going to work. So I had to get something set up right then. I couldn't wait to do it, so that's why you're not seeing me set up my bullet journal, but you are going to watch me set up my book journal. So as you can see, I'm laying down washi. I have been doing this in both my bullet journal and my book journal because I love the way it looks when it's done. It's like a rainbow sprayed edges. It's wonderful. But I'm going ahead and laying washi down on each of the edges. This washi I have linked in a previous video. I'll try to link that video for you guys. It is a pack that I got off of Amazon that was old paper, I believe. Yeah, so I'm just laying washi on each side. I knew the review that was going on the back of this, so I didn't mind that this washi in particular was so wide that it was going to take up a good portion of the back side, because I knew what I was going to put in there, which you'll see in a minute. I'm going to start setting the page up. You'll see my me write out all my annotations and my thoughts in a different video, but I do go ahead and set it up. My theme for this month is pumpkin spice. It's the same theme as I have in my big journal. I got a printable kit from Design Lovely Studio. I will try linking her below. It was a free one that she had put out. I have a pumpkin spice one, and then I just had a fall one. I'm not sure what they're called. The printable I have in front of me does not have the name or like a number on them or anything for which one it is, but I did use those printables. I absolutely love them. She does give you instructions on how, if you want to make it into a sticker using a Cricut. I don't have that. I just had a printer with some colored printer ink, so instead I'm just taking a glue stick and gluing them in my journal. It worked perfectly for that. The calendar here, I want to keep track of how many pages I'm reading a day. I have not been physically reading as much as I want to. I've been listening to a lot of audiobooks this year. I have finished 126 books, which is an amazing feat, but over 80% of them is audiobooks. So I really want to try to get back into physically reading as much as humanly possible. So I decided that I want to get my reading journal daily, because last month I noticed that I went so long without setting it up because I wasn't in the mood to film, and I wasn't going to set it up without filming it, that I forgot my thoughts on certain books, and some of the pages are still pretty blank because I can't remember what I thought, and I really don't want to go back to reread them to just see what, my brain kicks out at me. So instead, I figured if I put this daily tracker in, I would have to get in here daily, and I could update my thoughts on each book if I have any. And hopefully that works. We shall see. I may just try keeping a journal with me or something. I don't know yet. We are still testing the waters and figuring it out. When I do figure it out, I will let you guys know. So from here, all I'm doing is using my simple cursive to put in the title September, and then in smaller letters in print in a bright orange, I'm just writing to be read, and then I'm taking my 3 colors for the month and alternating dots to put in my TBR. And then I go over and add my finished books. I've already finished one book, which was Foxglove. It was amazing. I'm planning on doing a full review, but I go ahead and write that in, and then yeah, that's really my setup. It's the same thing I've been doing every month for my reading journal. It's nothing new, nothing special, except the pages read. That's the only thing new or special, but other than that, I'm keeping it the same. And on the back, we'll start setting up the page for Foxglove. So as you can see, I glued down another one of the printables boxes, and I wrote Foxglove in that brown, and I hated the way it looked. So what I did was I just colored over it and tried to go over it a couple times so you couldn't read it, and then wrote Foxglove in just my cursive in black. I still am not loving it. I may go back over it with the white. You'll have to wait till the end of the month to see what I do. I may leave it, who knows. And from there, I'm just putting the basic information I'll put for every book. I put it in my reading journal, and then I'm doing a spot for my annotations, and that is the setup for September. I hope y'all enjoyed it. Now I'm going to show you what my bullet journal looks like for the month so far, and I may end up giving y'all like a weekly plan with me, or at least like a page setup with me. You'll see why I say that later on in the month, just because y'all didn't get a setup, but we shall see. Okay, so here is my new bullet journal. Bear with me, some of it's a little off screen because I'm still getting used to it being so big. It is a B6 instead of an A5. Or B5 instead of A5? No, B6 instead of A5. Yes, I believe it's the bigger one. I think, if I'm right, it's B6, A5, hold on. Brain is not working. I know it's a step bigger than the A5. I'm almost sure it's a B6 instead of A5, or it's a B5. One of the two. But I absolutely am in love. I have been doing dailies every day, and in my A5 I was doing one day a page and just wanted more room. So in the front cover you'll see my routines, my morning and my night. That is my key with my color code that I'm trying to do. I did a grid spacing ruler this time around. My key, my Calendex, which I am in love with. I absolutely love it. My Mind Unwind, my sticky notes, which I have in every journal. This is my content planning spread, which again, I love. And then here's my month for September. I am enjoying it so far. My habit tracker, my mood, and then the dailies I've set up thus far.